What if time doesn't actually flow in straight lines like your calendar suggests? What if the real temporal structure of reality operates through irregular spasms, cryptic pulses, and alien rhythms that have nothing to do with human convenience? Nick Land and the Cybernetic Culture Research Unit discovered something about time that will fundamentally alter how you understand history, culture, and the hidden patterns that govern reality itself. Land calls them Tic Systems, and they're essentially how you measure time when time is completely broken. Think of those neurological tics that make people twitch involuntarily, or the way a broken clock skips and stutters instead of ticking smoothly. Tic systems are temporal feedback structures that track these cosmic glitches, the moments when reality hiccups and reveals the nonlinear code running underneath consensus chronology. Here's the disturbing part. Land realized that linear time is actually a trap, a social programming system designed to keep consciousness locked into human-scale thinking. But reality doesn't actually operate on neat 24-hour cycles or predictable calendar years. It pulses through asymmetric frequencies, irregular rhythms that cut across standard time, like cracks in a windshield. The CCRU developed Tic systems to map these temporal anomalies and interface with what they call inhuman chronologies. Each system is anchored to a specific number from 0 to 9, corresponding to zones in their mystical diagram called the numogram. But these aren't just abstract mathematical concepts. Each zone is inhabited by entities, intelligence patterns that travel along these irregular time rhythms and appear only when certain numerical conditions align. For example, Zone 7 might pulse every 64 days in a Lemurian sync pattern, and during those moments, you might notice strange repetitions in media headlines, synchronicities in financial markets, or glitches in cultural patterns that seem too coordinated to be coincidental. That's not paranoia, that's a Tic system activating. But here's where it gets truly dangerous. The CCRU didn't just observe these patterns, they learned to interact with them through what they call cybernetic magic. By identifying the rhythm of a particular Tic system, timing ritual engagement to coincide with its pulse, and feeding data back into the pattern through encoded texts or viral memes, they could create feedback loops that actually influence reality. This process, which they call Hyperstition, allows small interventions to propagate through time and pull future possibilities into the present. It's like finding the rhythm of a cosmic drum pattern that your regular calendar can't hear, then learning to add your own beats to change the entire song. Land sees Tic systems as the actual engines of temporal reality, the deep unconscious code behind cultural shifts, the emergence of artificial intelligence, and the death of human-centered linear time. Every major historical transition, every technological breakthrough, every collapse of old systems happens according to these inhuman rhythms, not human plans or intentions. As Land puts it, linear time is a myth produced by dominant social programming. Tic systems are the scratches in the record that let the demon voice through. The question isn't whether you believe in these temporal anomalies. The question is, are you learning to listen for the cosmic drum patterns that are already reshaping reality around you? Beyond the rabbit hole, where time itself becomes a weapon and the future arrives through cracks in the present.